welcome to the remix. How are you?
I'm good, I'm good.
Good. So, talk to me. Who is Sensei Jay? Where did it come from? Where did you start?
Sensei J, the most creative, music, poetry, acting, modeling, creative writing. Where did it come from? Acting was my roots. Writing has been my roots as well. And it's just been a seed turned into a tree. And then, 2019, poetry, and then lockdown, it started to become a birth, songwriting.
Yeah.
21, it was just recording, releasing. 22, it was performing. And then 23, it was flying out to Italy twice to do music,
Wow.
being in newspapers, radio stations, magazines. And then, last year was modeling. And then this year, just taking it to new levels for reals.
No, it's so sick. So where did the name Sensei Jay come from?
Basically because of my love for comic books,
Yeah.
and superheroes, so, and obviously with my hip hop background as well, like Wu-Tang Clan,
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar's got Kung Fu Kitty. That's all came into one mixed pool,
Yeah, defo. So you've recently dropped a album called Shinobi Story.
Oh yeah.
Talk to me about that. What was it like recording it? Like putting it all together? How did that become a thing?
I'll tell you something, that was the most fun, creative process I've ever imagined for a project. So I met DTM, shout out DTM, and me and him was just like, I just said to him straight, I goes, let's chop it, let's do it like a 3-track pack. The 3-track pack turned into a 9-track pack because we was just hitting studio, sending each other beats. He makes his own beats as well, so he was sending me some of these beats. I was like, yeah, I can jump on this, I can work with this. And then Money B, my protege, she's on there as well. My other producer, Chopper, he's laced on there as well. So the process of it was just...
What was it actually like being in the studio? Because obviously, like I've seen from your Instagram, like it looks so much fun to record. What was like the vibe like in the studio for like every session you did?
Oh, it was fun and it was experimental and it was honest. It's always about having the right people in the session. DTM will say, let's put a hook there. Let's try it this way. It's always about building each other up. So
yeah, definitely. Have you all got like a really similar like kind of writing style and the way that you go about things?
In a sense, we're different. That's the thing.
Yeah.
But DTM, he'll record at home. Yeah, he'll have that time advantage.
Yeah.
I'll do the same, but sometimes at the studio, I'm there writing. I can write fast. I'm just there locked in. Boom.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm ready to go. Ready to just get that out of the way. So it's all different processes.
No, it's sick. So I've seen a couple performances that you've done. So you quite regularly go to the Sunday Soul sessions in Birmingham.
Oh, yeah.
What's it like doing all of that? Like, because I know that that's quite a big thing in the Birmingham music scene.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
what is it like kind of being quite a regular performer for those events?
Well, first of all, shout out Zen for putting it together. Because the Phoenix Music Bar is new. It's like the new place for us artists now to perform. But it feels magical. It feels like you're in Japan. Yeah. The aesthetics, it just makes you feel like you're in some mystical wonderland, like you're just showing your show. And having a chance to headline was amazing. Like it brought out the artist in me where I was thinking, let me treat this like I'm on tour, and you know what I mean? So I had my set planned out properly, even had poetry in there as well. I filtered out my guest features as well, and man, it was amazing.
No, honestly, it looks so sick every time you do it. And something else that you did that was quite big, because I remember seeing you at the event. It was the Legacy event a couple of weeks back, and you got to perform in front of what was his name? It's gone out of my head. The guy from Def Jam Records.
Yeah, them industry heads.
There we go.
Yeah.
What was it like performing in front of some massive industry names?
You know what? I can't lie. It felt like I was on X Factor or some talent show,
Yeah.
Because everyone was lining up to showcase their song, and I was like, cool. I didn't think I was gonna get mine showcased because they were saying they were short on time.
Yeah.
But when I did, you know, I did my best what I did, and you know, one thing I've learned is everyone will have their opinions.
Yeah.
Despite what they said about my performance, or you know, they said they gave me some goods, they gave me some lows, but it's like it's what you take for yourself.
Oh god,
you know?
yeah.
So
it's always working on that, like constructive criticism. There we go.
without a doubt.
And like from seeing, like going through your music, you've had such like a growth from where you first started. Looking back, how do you feel about like your journey as an artist and as a person as well, like from the first song that you ever put out to like where you are now with your most recent project?
I'm proud.
Good.
I'm very, very proud, you know. It's growth at the end of the day. You know, I like looking back at where I've come from to where I am now, because it just goes to show where I've been and where I can go next, you know.
No, for real. Like, so looking back now, is there anything you do differently with where you started out? Like, is there anything you change?
I'll be real, so I don't like live thinking like that, because it's everything happens in your growth, you know. If I was to think, oh, I'll change this, change that, then there'll be no growth in a sense. You know what I'm going from. So yeah, I can't cringe at my old work, because that's part of me.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely.
So it's like, I'm proud of that person, I'm proud of this person, and I'm gonna be proud of who I'm gonna be next. That's
such a beautiful way to look at it. And something else that I think you should be very proud of, and I hope you are proud of, is being on BBC Introducing and from radio. Talk to me about that, because was that the first time that you had like radio airtime?
Not the first time. First time on BBC, but I literally forgot about that. Yeah, you know what? That was through DTM. He put out our collabo track on there, and next thing you know, he's like, "Yo, we got selected," and I was like, "Serious?" And he's like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Okay." So to me, that was, I didn't take it to the head, because a lot of people have been saying, "Yo, you've been on BBC," that's, you know, and I'm just like, "Oh, yeah," but you know what I'm saying? It's just that humbleness in me. So
yeah, what was it like being there and like going through that process? Like, talk me through how that like day looked for you.
Well, it was an average day, but then that's what I'm saying. It's like we weren't there physically. It was like we was you know, it was announced, and I was like, okay. So when I was hearing them talking about us on the radio, I was like, wow, that's real, you know.
Yeah. So something else that I want to ask about is, so with your sound, you are pretty consistent with it. Is that like a conscious choice, or is it like kind of that's where you feel comfortable? Or because I've heard with some of your music you do switch it up, but you have a pretty like consistent bassline sound, which is, it's really satisfying to hear, like, and it sounds so good when you do it. Is it like a conscious thing that you do, or?
I think it's staying true to yourself, you know.
Yeah.
You know, some people, like a lot of people have, over the years, have said, "Oh, you should jump on grime, you should jump on drill, you should jump on trap," and I'm thinking, I would, but that's not me.
Yeah.
You know, if I was to do it, I'd feel like that's because everyone else is doing it, whereas I'm doing something that's from the heart. You know? But then I like to experiment at the same time, because I've jumped on a few different tracks and sounds where I'm like, okay, this is different, and whether it works or not, you know, that's part of the experiment process of being an artist.
Oh yeah, for real. Well, at some point today during the interview, how would you feel about jumping on a beat that you're not used to? It's not something that you've really done, and doing a little freestyle for us?
I don't mind experimenting. I hope I don't embarrass myself.
You'll be fine. So as well, what was like the first time that you ever jumped on a stage? Like, what was your first live performance like?
Oh, I remember this. This was my friend's birthday party. And she was there throwing the prospect of me performing. I was like, yeah, I'd do it. And the way I was nervous was, the nerves was crazy. At this point, I just had to run to the bar, you know, just to kill the nerves.
Little bit of liquid love.
Yeah, and you know what? I could, like, looking back at the footage, I was thinking, that's lick, you know.
Yeah.
But over the years, I've learned to, I don't need drinks to, you know, just pure pure excitement,
Yeah.
the passion. You know, you're still gonna have the nerves. We just channel it. You channel the nerves and the passion together.
Yeah, no, for real. Like, I think that's such a good thing about you is the fact that you are such a passionate like performer and artist. So everything that you do, you can really tell like how much you love it. And I think it really translates well on stage. Like when I saw you at the Legacy event, the Jay that was on stage was a different Jay to what I know. Like it was so true to yourself, but it was also like, wow, I haven't seen this side of you before. And it's really cool to see like how you can just go from like, yeah, cool to like spitting bars on stage, and it seems so natural to you.
Nah, sure. A lot of people always question that because they always say, yo, you seem so quiet and, you know, nervous and, you know, introverted, but when I'm on stage, it's because I just see it as like being a superhero in a sense, you know.
Yeah.
You got your Peter Parkers, your Clark Kent, your Bruce Banners, but yo, as soon as it's superhero time, the Hulk comes out, the Spider-Man, the Superman, it's like two different people, you know.
Yeah. If you were a superhero, what superhero would you be?
It's gotta be one of them ones I just mentioned, you know.
So with Shinobi Story, is there like a main theme behind it, like main message, or is it kind of like individual to each track?
I'd say it's a bit individual to each track. It's more of a lyrical journey in a sense, you know, because there's poetry in there, you know, our voices change in there as well, the tones, the flows, you know, it's very experimental, but it does, you know, I can see when I listen, I can feel the journey.
No, it's cool. So what would you say was the thing that like inspired you to start like doing music?
I'd say my dad. Yeah. Because growing up with my dad, he was always listening to like 90s hip hop, and I never understood it until I was older, but I was thinking, whoa, you know, and then music's just been there. I feel like it's just been there at the back of my life.
Yeah.
And it was only when I had my hair done back in 2019 and I was at drama school and someone says, oh, yo, Jay looks like a rapper, and that was like the
switch.
Yeah. And then not long after that, went to Poetry Jam, wrote my first poem, but didn't perform it till the month after.
Yeah.
And the poem was called Express Yourself. And then boom, that was the launch pad. That was the reception I got from that night. Was everything I needed.
No, it's cool. Who's your biggest musical inspiration?
Can I have more than one?
Yeah.
Yeah, if we're talking like 90s, then it's gotta be like Nas, Biggie, Wu-Tang, Tribe Called Quest, Mobb Deep. If we're talking today, it's gotta be Kendrick, J. Cole, Joey Badass, A$AP Rocky, Tyler.
No, because like when I listen to your music, you can hear like those kind of inspirations come through, and I think it's so refreshing for like this day and age, especially with like the Birmingham music scene. It's there's a lot of grime, there's a lot of drill, there's a lot of rap. Like it's incredible, but it's so hard to find the little snippets that like sound different and sound unique. And I think that's something that's so special about you, is the fact that you do something different to what a lot of current artists are doing. And I do really think that that's going to be the thing that kind of pushes you and gets you where you want to be.
Oh, thank you.
Of course. And talking of where you want to be, where are you hoping to see yourself in like 5 to 10 years with all of this?
Oi. You know, I can never answer, you know, where you want to see yourself in, you know, how many years, because everything changes throughout years. Like 5-10 years ago, I never thought I'd be doing music. I never thought I'd be doing an interview talking about my musical journey. Obviously, I've got plans in motion, you know, writing a book, so writing a collaborative book as well, poetry book. So it's like I've got all these ideas there. You know, I want to do soundtracks to some of these books as well. I want to incorporate my acting with my music as well to make like short films or music videos to feel like you're watching a film than just me just rapping in front of the camera. You know, modeling. I want to do like fashion collaborations. So who knows where it will go.
No, you're a pretty well-rounded creative, to be fair, because like a lot of people have their one thing that they can do, or like even like one or two things. You are a very, very well-rounded creative. Like you've got your fingers in so many different pies, and I think it really helps with your like artistic journey. because there's so many different routes you can take, and it will always bring an element of surprise. And I think when it comes to like music videos, like you were just saying, it's so much nicer to be able to watch a music video and feel like it's a film or it's a story. There's a progression to it instead of like directly staring at a camera, and still that's sick. But I think there's something so incredibly special about having that journey, and I think it really like shows who you are as an artist and the journey that you've been on as well. So when it comes to the music industry, obviously you've been in it for a little while. If you could change one thing about it, what would you change?
More collaborations.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, more collaborations. You know, a lot of artists, they seem like they're on this solo dolo, you know, every man for themselves.
Yeah.
Like say there ain't enough food on the table for everyone to eat, you know. And to be honest, the most beautiful music is when you have other artists on a sound you wouldn't even expect them to be on, you know. So I love collaborations. So that's something I'd heavily push. How
do you go out and get these collaborations that you do? Because your music, it's very apparent that you love a good collab. Like, how do you go and find those people to be able to collab with?
At these events, at these creative events, I'll be on network mode, you know. I'll be there trying to get to know other creatives, see what their minds are at, and I'll be like, yo, let's hit a studio, like, and obviously I'm someone that I can talk the talk. Yeah. I'll walk the walk. I'll be like, yo, if you want to hit studio, let's go Thursday night, you know. Yeah. And let's see what we can make, and you know. So
no, for real. Who is like someone you'd really want to collab with? Like, it doesn't even have to be like a big name, just somebody who like you have heard and you're like, yeah, that is sick. I need to do something with them.
Birmingham based.
Literally anywhere.
Okay, if we're gonna talk Birmingham, for example, Apollo.
Yeah.
His music is smooth. He does want me on his project. He did mention he wanted me on his project.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like, yeah. I've got to go. And Priya. I've mentioned to her, yo, you know, we got to collab. There's a couple, actually. There's actually a couple.
Yeah.
If it was up to me, I'd have a big project for Birmingham. Say, yo, let's keep going. Like Dreamville, like what Dreamville did with J. Cole when he had all different artists come in, and
No, that's sick. It's a bit like what do you know who you probably do? Mayday in Birmingham. He's just he dropped an album last year. I think it was last year. Called Awful Lot of Birmingham. And then he did like a deluxe version, and it's just like every track has got a feature with an artist from Birmingham.
No way.
Check it out, it's so sick, and it sounds like your kind of thing, like bringing people together as a community, not just doing these like solo little things. Because the music industry is a community, you know, everybody's got to work together, everybody's got to be able to do what they've got to do, and it really just boosts different people. So now, how well do you know your own discography?
I'd hope I know it well.
So I've got 3 lyrics here from 3 different songs. I'm gonna read them out to you. You gotta tell me what song they're from, and then I want you to explain the thought process behind the lyrics.
Oh, you're putting me on the spot.
Yep.
Okay.
So the first one, I'm climbing, rising to a new state, not just a location, also my physical formation.
I could be wrong, but is that instant transmission?
Nope.
No, wait. Oh my days. This isn't bad. You might have to put this for you know.
It's all good, don't worry.
Give me a clue.
It's got something to do with you and your image and your name.
Boy, that's one of the worst clues ever.
I didn't prep for clues, I prepped for questions.
There's no feature on this, is there?
Not that I'm aware of. I don't think so. I'll pull up Spotify now because I'm doubting myself if there's a feature.
Oh my days, rise, I'm climbing, rising. It ain't walking, is it?
Nope.
You know what it is? I know this lyric. Obviously, it's my lyrics, but I know this lyric.
Okay, so I can tell you what what's it called? What album it's off?
Yeah.
Okay, so it is off J-Matic.
Oh, Sensei's words, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my days.
That's what. So explain it to me.
Oh, you see Sensei's words. I'm gonna do a music video for that, and yeah. The process I had for that was, it was like a therapy type vibe where, you know, I'm just like, even for the music video, I've got a vision where I'm gonna be on a bed, couch or something, just venting to somebody, and you know, that's where, you know, that all comes from. Like, it's just me venting, expressing. So yeah.
No, it's sick. So see if you get this one. And it kind of relates to something you said earlier, to be fair. Had to be the bigger man, talk the talk, walk the walk.
That's walking.
Yeah.
That's walking. Yeah.
What's that lyric about?
That was me and Money B's collaborative project, 3-track pack called Peace of Mind. In that was, she out-rapped me on that. Yeah. With that one, that was just talk. It was just like, it was the start of the whole project. So it was just like, you know, that's why it was called Walking. It was like, okay, cool. And I think it was just talking about life. If I remember, it was just talking about life.
No, sick. So I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't have the title for the next song. I forgot to write it down. So whatever you say may be correct, and I don't know. Okay. Wish I could switch to another dimension. Oh,
that's Shinobi Story. That's from the main part. Yeah,
talk to me.
Yeah.
What was behind that?
So I writ that was written as a poem, which basically was, and in that, the poem was just talking about, you know, being different from society, and then I had Money B on there. She came with a hook, and then DTM he came with his verse, and then we was all on the hook as well. But yeah, that once again was just talking about life and being different from everyone else.
No, sick. So, do you think you're ready to do a little freestyle for us?
I can try. I'm a little rusty, you know.
What's the word? Fighting with my inner demons, fake smile, a lot of peeps never know what you're going through. Back a day used to be on war mode with the worst of the worst, foes on foes, remain a good. I mean, I'm trying, it's just that temptation be belly my line. 25, hate it, wanna jump on the plane, go small, time for myself, focus on my mental health. I'm a different type of focus mode, head down, right down, but Pac said keep my head up. Yeah, Sensei J, that's my name. I'm a different type of 90s wave, different type of 90s. Yeah, I know a lot of people like to sleep on me. Time to wake them up, time to rise up, time to climb up the mountain, trying to bring my team with me. Yeah, unity, that's why it's all about. But a lot of people never see the real vision, never see the real dream. Yeah, I'm trying to be a revolutionary. Yeah, my energy's a different energy. Yeah, synergy. Yeah, feeling like Goku and Vegeta when we fuse. It's a different type of combo. Yeah, got a different type of anime wave. Yeah, I know a lot of people just like to sleep on me. Hey, yeah, sleep on me all you want. I'ma wake you up when the time is right. Hey, yeah, feeling like Freddy Krueger. Yeah, yeah, hey.